If you're over 60 and you think grabbing a handful of nuts every day is automatically heart healthy, I need you to stay with me for the next few minutes, because what I'm about to share might completely change the way you look at that so-called healthy snack. Most seniors are doing this with the best intentions. You were told nuts are good for your heart, good for cholesterol, good for longevity, and in many cases, that's true. But here's the part no one really explains. Clearly, especially to older adults with aging arteries, slower digestion, medications, or blood pressure issues, some of the most popular nuts people eat every single day can quietly stress your heart, spike your blood pressure, inflaming your arteries, or interfere with medications, and you won't feel it happening until it becomes a real problem. I'm not here to scare you, and I'm definitely not telling you to fear food. I'm here to help you understand what actually happens inside an aging body, so you can make smarter choices instead of blindly following headlines. Now, let me be very clear before we go any further. Nuts are not evil. They are not poison. But context matters. Your age matters. Your heart history matters. How much you eat matters. And the way those nuts are processed matters more than almost anyone tells you. The truth is, many seniors unknowingly turn a heart-healthy food into a heart-stressing one simply because no one explained the fine print. Think about this. As we age, our blood vessels stiffen. Our kidneys don't flush sodium as efficiently. Our digestive enzymes decline. Our gallbladder may not handle fats as well as it once did. And many seniors are on blood thinners, blood pressure medications, or cholesterol drugs that interact with certain compounds in foods. So a food that might be harmless or even beneficial for a 30-year-old athlete can be a very different story for a 65 or a 75-year-old with plaque, buildup, or high blood pressure. Let's talk about what really goes wrong with nuts in seniors. Starting with the biggest issue that almost no one talks about, honestly, portion size. Nuts are extremely calorie dense and extremely fat dense. That's not automatically bad, but for seniors who snack mindlessly, it can lead to weight gain around the abdomen, higher triglycerides, and insulin resistance. Excess visceral fat isn't just cosmetic. It releases inflammatory chemicals that directly damage blood vessels and strain the heart. A small bowl of nuts can quietly pack the same calories as a full meal. And when eaten daily on top of regular meals, the heart pays the price. Now let's talk about salt, because this is where things really start to hurt the heart. Many of the most commonly eaten nuts by seniors are roasted, flavored, seasoned, or labeled savory. That usually means sodium, and a lot of it. Salted peanuts, salted pistachios, honey-roasted cashews, chili-coated almonds, even lightly salted mixes can deliver hundreds of milligrams of sodium in a single sitting. For seniors with high blood pressure, heart failure risk, or kidney strain, this can lead to fluid retention, higher blood pressure, swelling in the legs, and increased workload on the heart. You may not feel it immediately, but your heart does. Peanuts are a big one here, and this surprises people. Peanuts aren't even true nuts. They're legumes, and while they can be healthy in moderation, the way most seniors consume them is the problem. Salted peanuts, peanut snacks, peanut brittle, peanut butter with added oils, and sugar, all of these can push inflammation and sodium intake through the roof. Peanuts are also one of the most common sources of mold toxins called aflatoxins when improperly stored. Over time, these toxins contribute to liver stress and systemic inflammation, which indirectly affects heart health. Again, it's not about panic. It's about awareness. Cashews are another nut that gets a free pass. But cashews are very high in omega-6 fats. Omega-6 fats aren't bad by themselves, but when they dominate the diet and aren't balanced with omega-3 south, they promote inflammation. Chronic inflammation is one of the main drivers of atherosclerosis, the hardening and narrowing of arteries. Many seniors already have low omega-3 intake, so loading up on cashews can quietly tilt the balance in the wrong direction. Cashews are also easy to overeat because of their creamy texture, and before you know it, you've eaten far more than your heart can comfortably handle. Brazil nuts are another example where healthy turns risky very fast. Brazil nuts are extremely high in selenium. Selenium is essential, but too much of it can be toxic, especially for older adults whose kidneys may not clear excess minerals efficiently. Chronic excess selenium can contribute to heart rhythm disturbances, fatigue, and nerve issues. For seniors, just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day is more than enough. Eating handfuls because you heard they're good for you can backfire badly. Then there are macadamia nuts, often praised for their healthy fats. Yes, they contain monounsaturated fats, but they are also incredibly calorie-dense. For seniors struggling with weight, insulin resistance, or fatty liver, regular overconsumption can worsen metabolic health, which directly impacts the heart. Heart health isn't just about cholesterol numbers. It's about inflammation, blood sugar control, and body composition. Almonds are often considered the gold standard of healthy nuts. But even here, seniors need to be careful. Raw almonds are hard to digest for many older adults. Poor digestion leads to bloating, discomfort, and incomplete fat breakdown, which can stress the gallbladder and liver. Almonds are also high in oxalates, which can contribute to kidney stones in susceptible individuals. Kidney strain and heart strain often go hand in hand in seniors. Walnuts are another interesting case. They're rich in omega-3 south, which is great, but they are also very prone to oxidation. Rancid walnuts create oxidative stress in the body, which damages blood vessels. Many people eat walnuts that have been sitting on store shelves for months, stored improperly at home, or exposed to heat. Oxidized fats are one of the fastest ways to inflame arteries. If walnuts taste even slightly bitter or stale, they are not doing your heart any favors. Pistachios are often marketed as heart healthy, but again, most seniors eat them salted. And because they're small and addictive, it's easy to eat large quantities without realizing it. Excess sodium, excess calories, and excess fat add up quickly. Especially if you're snacking while watching TV or reading. Mixed nut blends deserve special attention. These are often marketed as heart healthy, but they're usually roasted in vegetable oils, sometimes low-quality oils that oxidize easily. These oxidized oils promote inflammation and endothelial damage, which is the lining of your blood vessels. When the endothelium is damaged, plaque forms more easily. Blood pressure rises and the risk of heart events increases. Now, let me address something very important. When people say doctors don't talk about this, it's not because doctors are hiding a secret. It's because nutrition is individualized and quick advice often gets over. Nuts are healthy becomes the headline and the nuance gets lost. But at your age, nuance matters. What works for the general population doesn't always work for seniors with specific heart risks. So, what should you actually do if you love nuts and want to protect your heart? First, portion control is everything. Think small, not handfuls. Second, choose unsalted or truly low-sodium options. Third, pay attention to freshness. Store nuts in the fridge or freezer to prevent oxidation. Fourth, balance fats. If you eat nuts high in omega-26, make sure you're also getting omega-3 south from fish or other sources. Fifth, listen to your body. If nuts leave you bloated, sluggish, or uncomfortable, that's a signal, not something to ignore. And finally, understand that heart health is not built on one food. It's built on patterns. No nut will save your heart, and no nut alone will destroy it. But daily habits, repeated over years, shape the health of your arteries more than anything else. If this message surprised you, that's a good thing. It means you're learning something that can actually help you make better choices instead of following trends blindly. Your heart has worked hard for you your entire life. It deserves thoughtful care, not just slogans. If you found this helpful, take a moment to like this video and share it with someone you care about, especially if they're over 60 and trying to eat healthier. And if you want more honest, practical health insights made specifically for seniors, make sure you're subscribed. Because we talk about the things that really matter without fear, without hype, and without confusion.